Hey, welcome back. Another gorgeous sunshiny day. I thought we'd do something a little different today. I thought we would look at a middleweight motorcycle or two. You know, I've been critical of Harley, and I think it's stupid of them to ignore the largest motorcycle market in the world. And some of them are really good. And I didn't even know there was a Royal Enfield dealer around here. And I found out there's one hour and a half north of here. So I went up there, took a look at some of the bikes. They even let me ride one, a nice one. And this is supposed to be a little bit different. I took a ride on that thing, but my audio didn't work out. So I'm having to do this a little bit differently. I hope it isn't totally screwed. But anyway, I thought we'd take a look and see their 650 line, which I've been seeing them all over the videos in Europe, and everyone's raving about them. And Harley just doesn't have anything. Yeah, and you're going to say, well, they tried the 500 and the 750s. Really? They were crap. Harley knew they were crap. I think they put them out on purpose to see, there's no interest in middleweight motorcycles. Well, it's the largest market in the world. And Royal Enfield, in their 650s alone, sold 1 million of them last year. That's not even taking into considerations their 350s or 450s, their scramblers, their Himalayan. That's just them. And do you know how many other companies are doing middleweight bikes? Just about everybody. And to me, a middleweight bike should be retro. And if they would just take a look at their 57 Sportster and do another maybe 650 or 750 air-cooled, oil-cooled engine, maybe like what they did for Evel Knievel when he jumped all those cars in Grand Canyon. That was their 750. And it was a decent motor. I'm sure they could do that again. But let's go take a look. Even some of the pricing is ridiculous. And I was able to at least get the audio to work when I was there. Okay, so these are the Royal Enfield 650s. They don't have a classic, which is really what I was looking for. To me, these are some of the most beautiful bikes as far as retro ever produced. And that 650 engine, it is just bulletproof. In the last 5 years or so, they've really stepped up the quality. And every one of these bikes, no matter what model you buy, has the same engine. To me, it looks like an old British Ariel. But check this out. This is the Intercontinental 650, same engine as everything else. Look at that. Have you ever seen a 650 for under $4,500, brand new? And I love this one. This is the shotgun. I'll come around and take another shot of the back of those bikes. They've even gone with the piggyback shocks in the back. Even the paint job on these things looks great. Will somebody tell me, why can't Harley Davidson do something for the middleweight market? You can tell they've got scramblers, and they've even got an adventure bike, a Himalayan. Look, the Himalayan's only a 450, but if you're off-road, do you want something bigger than that? I really do think they're a great looking retro bike. And I think this is why they're the kings of the middleweight market. And let's see if they'll let me ride one. Okay, so they decided they're going to let me ride one of their 650 Super Meteors. Brand new. I had 3 miles on it. I wanted to take it easy on the bikes. I didn't, not only wasn't sure of it, I didn't want to, get too jiggy on a brand new bike. But when I first saw it and got on it, I said, wow, this feels very comfortable. And as we started going out of the parking lot, I realized that it handles very well. It's a smaller bike, of course, 650, but it was real snappy. And I did notice first thing, I'm trying to get used to where everything is, and I'm looking for a heel shift like a dumbass. Of course, there isn't any. But I started looking around, and I finally got a feel for where everything was, and we got out onto the road. And the other thing I noticed right away was the road was rough. But that bike's suspension was really good. Every bit what my Heritage is. And in some respects better because it's smaller and it handles a little bit better. But I did not feel the bad road at all. And as we took off into the, was around a lake, kind of the suburbs of Lakeland, I realized, wow, this thing really has a lot of torque. And, it's 47 horsepower. But the Harley 883 was, I think, 45 horsepower. But this thing was a 6-speed. The speedometer had everything that Indians got on there. It read out everything, including the gears. And it was real easy to see. But as we took off out of there, I did notice that another airplane. Excuse the noise. That was really quick. I love the transmission. It was really, really easy to find. Even neutral is easy to find. Didn't make a lot of noise. And as we went out there, I kept thinking, wow, this is one of the best middleweight motorcycles I have ever seen. And not just a middleweight, it's one of the best motorcycles I've ridden in a long time. Wow, the perils of living in a neighborhood. Airplanes go by, FedEx truck, lawnmowers, yappy neighbors, hedge trimmers, blaring music. I'm too old to live here. And I'm sorry if you can still hear those lawnmowers. Anyway, where the hell were we? Oh yeah, the power delivery. The power delivery on this thing was so smooth. And I realized I had read before that it's a 47 horsepower parallel twin with a 270 firing order, that's the magic. It's the 270 firing order that makes that so smooth. I wish my Heritage was half that smooth. It was like butter. And I got to thinking, this isn't just a great beginner's bike or a great bike for older riders. This is just a great bike in general. And I ended up just loving it. We went down on the way back, turned back, and I was in 5th, and I just decided to roll on. I was like, okay. Later got in 6th. I just rolled on. I didn't have to downshift. It was really great. 47 horsepower is quite enough with a 6-speed transmission, which Harley should have done on their 883. It was just a great experience. And after looking at the bikes up close too, you can tell they might be inexpensive, but they are not cheap. And I just figured, wow, Harley could jump right into this middleweight market and do very well, I think. I just think they need to bring out that retro Sportster at 57. They could do it. They have the means to do it. Whether they want to do it or not is an entirely different thing. So if you're ever in Florida, you're on Lakeland, maybe you should stop in, and it's the Fun Bike Center. Check them out. Go for a ride on those things. I personally loved it. And if I could talk Mrs. Geezer into letting me have a second motorcycle, I mean, they're just not that expensive. And she probably would love that thing. It's so easy to run. Anyway, why don't you let me know what you think?